Hey everybody, it's Cody from Morons and a Mic, and I wanted to give you my top 10 quarterbacks for week 4. Let's start off with number 1, Kyler Murray. Washington allows the most points per game to the quarterback position, plus their defense has only 4 sacks with 0 interceptions on the year. Kyler is more slippery than a Diddy party, so look for him to have a huge game in what I expect to be a shootout. Number 2, I've got Josh Allen. The Ravens defense has given up 315 yards per game to opposing quarterbacks. The next closest is 266 yards per game. Allen threw 4 touchdowns in the first half against the Jags last week. Can he repeat that? Possibly. Number 3, Jaden Daniels. The Cardinals defense is just not good. And we can't ignore what Daniels did to maybe one of the best defensive coordinators in the league. I expect Washington to be playing from behind, though. So expect a big game from both quarterbacks here. Lamar Jackson, number 4. Bills give up the 6th least fantasy points per game to the quarterback position, but they're giving up the 10th most yards per game to opposing quarterbacks. So expect Lamar to have his on the ground. At number 5, we got CJ Stroud. It's the Jags. Come on. Expect a big bounce back week for Stroud after a dismal performance against Minnesota. Number 6, Joe Burrow. Panthers are giving up the 6th most fantasy points per game to opposing quarterbacks. And while they struggle more against the run, the Bengals offense has to get going, or Zach Taylor's seat is going to get a lot warmer. Number 7, Geno Smith. I'm a big believer in the Mike McDaniels offense, which is a scary thing to say as a Niners fan. The Lions defense is also pretty banged up coming into this game. They've lost a few pieces there during their victory over the Cardinals. Number 8, Patrick Mahomes. It's been surprisingly average this year, coming in at QB 14 right now. While the Chargers defense has also been surprisingly solid this year, they're without Kelsey's arch nemesis, Derwin James. Mahomes also has about 3,000 yards, 25 touchdowns to 6 interceptions against the Chargers, so he just loves playing against them. Number 9, Dak Prescott. Every year, it seems we have a king of garbage time, and so far that is Dak this year. He leads the league in passing yards because his defense is giving up the 3rd most points in the league. This is great news for fantasy managers, though I will caveat to the fact that the Giants have excelled at getting after the quarterback so far this year. So he'll still come in at number 9. And number 10, this one's a little bit spicy, is Caleb Williams. The Rams defense gives up the most total yards per game and the 4th most yards per game through the air, and the 5th most to the quarterbacks on the ground. If there was ever a game for Caleb to show us why he was a first-round pick, this is it. I think this is going to be Caleb's coming out game.